Hello and welcome to this Genesis AutoCAD training video. This video will discuss how to set up a resource file. This video will cover starting a new file, loading layers, setting scales, extracting architectural backgrounds, creating views, and adding notes. Let's begin. When setting up a resource file, the first thing to do is create a new blank drawing. You can do that simply by clicking the Quick New button in the upper left corner of AutoCAD. Next, use the Save As command to save the drawing. Browse to the Resource Files folder of the project you are working in. Then open your Disciplines folder. For demonstration purposes, I'm working in an electrical drawing. Use the Genesis naming standards to name the drawing. Now that the file is saved, load in the layers and set the scale. The common layers are found on the common ribbon in the Project Startup section. The drawing scales are found in the View section of the common ribbon. For this project, we will be working in quarter scale. Next, add your disciplines layers. The electrical layers are found in the Electrical menu flyout. The mechanical layers are found on the Mechanical ribbon. Plumbing layers are found on the Plumbing ribbon. Lastly, process layers are found on the Process ribbon. The next step is to extract in our architectural backgrounds. To attach an architectural background, use the Attach Extract routine found in the Common ribbon. The Attach Extract routine will default to your current directory. All of the architectural backgrounds can be found in the Root Resource File directory. Simply click the Up One Level button to open the Root Resource File directory. The BIM team is responsible for setting up architectural resource files. If you need a new architectural file added to your project, please contact the project's BIM coordinator. Choose the architectural background you want and click Open. The Attach Extract routine will place the selected file at 0, 0 and place it on the correct layer, G-Extract. Now it's time to do your work. Now we can add a view. To make a view, go to the Common ribbon and choose Create Edit Views from the Views section. The Create Edit Views routine will default to Select a View to Edit, but it will also give you several options. Type N or choose New to create a new view. Enter the view name. The view name you enter here will appear in the Model Views tab in Sheet Set Manager. It will also be the default name in the view title when you add the view to the sheet. While you can change the name of a sheet view later, naming the view correctly now will save you time. Use the Genesis naming standards to name your view. Click OK. Now the routine will prompt you to select a first point. In this architectural plan, you can see 4 overlapping purple rectangles. These purple rectangles represent the predefined areas of work for the project. They were added to the architectural backgrounds by the BIM coordinator in coordination with the project leads. The purple rectangles do not print. They're just for your reference. Generally, in the Genesis layer standards, bright purple colors are non-printing. To define your view, select one corner of the purple rectangle, then select the opposite corner. When the routine is complete, it will create a rectangular block on layer G View and place the view name at the bottom left corner of the block for your reference. Now it is time to add some notes. First, insert the Note Reference column from the Common tab of your tool palette. Place the Note Reference column near the area you are working, but outside of the limits of the building and column grid. Now let's place a sheet note. A sheet note is a note that applies to the entire sheet. Sheet notes should be placed at the top of any set of notes. You can add a sheet note to your drawing by going to the Common ribbon and choosing Sheet Note from the Notes section. Place the sheet note at an intersection of the Note Reference column margin. The note editor will now activate. Do not edit the note number attribute. Type your notes in the lines 1 through 9. The first note can be as long as you like. You can type on multiple lines. You can continue to type off the dialog window. It does not matter how long you type. There is a character limit per line of 256. That is why I like to type different sentences on each space in the dialog box. When you are finished, click OK and the routine will format the note for you. See? Each time you click OK, the routine will add another note. To stop adding notes, click OK without making an edit. When I zoom in, you can see that even though I typed multiple lines of text for the first note, the routine formatted it into a single paragraph that fits under the sheet note's title. If you want to add another note, click on the Add Note button in the Notes section of the Common ribbon. Then click the last line of the last note. The note editor routine will start again. Notice that it automatically placed the next number in the sequence in the note number line. You can now type a note as before. However, one important note. Remember, if you click Cancel, you will lose everything you type. See? No note was inserted. So I recommend always clicking OK. Next, we'll add a keyed note. To add a keyed note, go to the Common ribbon, Notes section, and click Keyed. Click on an intersection a few boxes below your sheet notes to give you room if you need to add another note. When you select your insertion point, the same note editor routine will run. Type your notes as you would for a sheet note. Keyed notes are notes associated with a hexagon symbol. Unlike sheet notes, which apply to the entire sheet, keyed notes apply to specific items. We add keyed notes to model space so we can create links to the note hexagons. For instance, this receptacle is important. Click OK twice to exit the note editor. To add a note hexagon, go to the Common ribbon, Notes section, and click Hexagon. Select the note you want to reference. Next, place the hexagon symbol. You will see that the hexagon shows the number of the note you picked. Next, add a leader using the command LRT, which stands for leader 2. Select the hexagon block, then a point in the direction you want to indicate. Lastly, pick the point you want to point to. Notice that the number has a gray background. Text or attributes with gray backgrounds means there is an associated field. This hexagon's field is linked to the 4th keyed note. Because of the field, I can renumber the notes and the hexagon will always show the number of the correct note. If I delete the 3rd note, I can then use the note format routine to renumber and reorganize the notes. Note 4 is now Note 3. If I zoom back into the linked hexagon, you can see that it still says 4. This is just because AutoCAD needs a little poke to wake up. To give AutoCAD a little poke, we use the regen command, alias RE. Now you can see that the field has updated. So whenever you need to update a field, simply remember to use RE. Now that we've added our notes, we need to create a note view so we can place our notes on our sheet. We make a note view the same way we make a plan view, using the Create Edit Views button in the Views section of the Common ribbon. There is no Genesis standard for naming note views, but you want to give it a descriptive name that stands out in the Sheetset Manager. Always include the word Notes in a note view name. And I recommend putting the word Notes first in the name, so they are easier to find. Next, define your view area by picking 2 points around the notes. Give yourself a little room in case you need to add more notes. With our work finished and our views made, the resource file is complete.